Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my videos, let me tell you this is a series I'm making for the CAT 2025 where I'll be discussing my preparation journey, what are the tests I'm giving, what are the topics I'm revising on each and every day. So let's get started with the video. So much happened today. I'll discuss each and everything one by one. I think so this video might get little lengthy, but it's fine. I want to share what has happened today with you. So yeah, starting with the DLR, generally what I used to do every day is to give two miscellaneous puzzles and one PYQ question from the DLR on the Let's Grid platform. But what I observed is my count of miscellaneous puzzles are very less now. Like I have given most of the miscellaneous puzzles on the platform. So I used to do two questions before, but from today I started to solve only one miscellaneous puzzle. Earlier I was doing one previous year question, but from today onwards I started to do two previous year questions because there are lot of PYQ questions which I need to solve in the DLR and I want to complete them before the month of September. I mean September end तक मुझे complete करना है सब कुछ. So this is the first strategy, shift which I did for the DLR, and as I said, two PYQ questions. One was from 2017 slot 2. It is of tea taster. Like there is a guy who goes to 6 places and the cup numbers from 1 to 6 and what is the rating he is giving for the tea, all such things. I was able to solve it in the exam scenario. That is fine, easy. And the second PYQ was from 2020 slot 2, which is a car parking question. So if you guys know, there is a question something like SUV car which take 2 slots in the parking zone and a normal car which will take only 1 slot in the parking zone. So that question, and I was able to solve that as well. Initially I took more than 10 minutes to understand what is that V's over there. I mean, I know it is vacancy, but I didn't understand like how are they forming a pattern and all. But once I understood, thank God I was able to solve it in the exam scenario itself, all the questions. So two PYQ questions I was able to solve them. But coming to the miscellaneous puzzle, the one test which I have given, that was tough for me. I was not able to solve it. If you are a part of EG, it is a weight to IIM test. So the question is simply like we have weights each of 1 kg and we have containers which will have 2 weights, and then we have X plus 1 container of boxes which will have at least 1 kg in that. So that was the question. I was not able to solve it, and I will solve it later in the night because I need time to put, for the quants part. So this is about the DLR. Moving to the quants part, as I have mentioned yesterday, there are a lot of videos which we need to cover in this particular week. So with respect to practice, it's not that much compared to my previous days. I have given one test from the top 100 arithmetic series which we had, and one topic test from the inequality and modulus. Apart from these two tests, I need to spend time on the set theory videos. I still didn't start it. In the night I will be starting. So this is with respect to quants. Quants and DLR are fine. Now coming to the VARC part. So what happened was today I was supposed to give a sectional on the Let's Grid platform, the latest VARC sectional which they uploaded today. But the issue was they uploaded it so late. Like I wanted to give the sectional in the morning itself, but there was no sectional available for us. So what I have done on the career launcher platform, there were 2 sectionals available for me. I thought I'll give one and I'll practice few RCs normally, not as a test format but normally as a RC kind of thing. So I started giving the sectional test number 4 on the career launcher. You'll not believe I scored my least till now in the sectional test of all the VRC sectionals, and I scored only 2 marks. Yeah, so bad, so very bad. Like I'll tell you the reason behind it and what is the strategical mistake I have done over there. So with respect to all the 4 RCs in the sectional test, I have read through all the 4 RCs, that is fine. But if I say about the number of attempts only from the RCs, out of the 16 questions I have attempted only 8. don't think what am I looking down. I have my book and I just noted everything. So out of the 16 questions, I attempted only 8. I have read all the 4 answers, but I was able to attempt only 8. And out of the 8 questions which I attempted, only 2 were correct. So you can understand what is the accuracy over here, like disastrous accuracy, I would say. And 2 questions correct, which is like 6 marks, and 6 questions wrong. So 6 minus 6 is like 0 marks from the RC part, which is pretty bad. And from the VA part, if I have to say, I attempted only 2 questions. One was para summary and one was sentence placement. So +3 -1, 2 marks from there. So section test number 4 on the career launcher, I scored only 2 marks and I was gone mad. Like, I know that I'm trying to attempt all the 4 RCs, or at least trying to read all the 4 RCs in the exam scenario, which is not a bad thing. But you know, my strategy is like, first 2 minutes of the test I will go through all the questions, be it RC part, questions in the sense like I try to analyze, okay, which RC should I solve first and all, and also like what are the types of VA questions were given in the test. This is what I'll do in the first 2 minutes. Then for 30 minutes I allocate my time for the RCs. This is what I was doing from the last 1 week or more than that, I guess 10 days or something like that, when I started to attempt all the 4 RCs. This was the strategy I was following. So issue with that is, when I allocate 30 minutes of time for all the 4 RCs, I split my time in a way that 7 to 8 minutes I will give on each and every RC. Now 7 to 8 minutes in the sense, it is not an issue for me to comprehend the given RC in 4 to 5 minutes. That is my stamina, that is my capacity. For a hard RC, maybe I might take 5.5 to 6 minutes, that is fine. But generally, this is what the time I take, 4 minutes, let's suppose the least scenario. So if you observe, to solve 4 questions, I have 3 minutes per RC. Issue over here is I am not able to eliminate options, or simply speaking, I am not able to get the questions correct. So in fear of attempting the questions wrong, my number of attempts reduced. I hope if you are following me from last few days continuously, you might know what I am talking about. I wanted to increase my number of attempts. That was the reason I started to prepare for a 4 RC test every time. But when I am going through the passage and I know that I understood the passage, but when coming to the questions, I know if I spend 1 minute more or even 30 seconds more on each and every question, I can eliminate the options and I can get them correct. Back of my mind, what runs is like, if I spend more than 7 minutes or 7.5 minutes on a single RC, I'll not be able to reach the 4th RC under my 30 minutes of constraint. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. This is a very, very disastrous thing, because any exam, it is not just CAT, any exam it is, if you know that you are able to solve the question, spending half minute more is not a big deal over there. Like, at the end of the day, you need marks, right? Attempting the questions is secondary. How are you going to manage the time and all? So 30 minutes if I spend on the RC part, if you see 40 minus 2, 38 minutes, 38 minus 30 is like left out only 8 minutes. So out of the 8 minutes, even if I take 1.5 minute per question of VA, I'm not able to solve more than 4 to 5 questions, confidently. Even the 4 questions which I'm attempting in the VA part, because of the time pressure, I'm committing mistakes over there. And sometimes there is a chance that I want few more seconds or few more minutes, not minutes, few more seconds, just to eliminate something from the option of a VA question. But I don't have it with me, because I'm spending only 8 minutes and I'm trying to sync as much as possible. So this is the blunder I have done, and it is fine. Like, I wanted to know what are the possible approaches for me, or what is the sweet spot for me in the VARC section. So after this 4th section, sectional test, I tried to sit and analyze what went wrong, and I tried to figure out, okay, I need to, build on my strength, and I need to improve from where I am. This is the main thing which I have to focus on. So attempting all the 4 RCs under 7 minutes each RC is not kind of working for me. This is what I have understood. At least until unless the paper is so easy, it's not so feasible for me. I'm not talking about the elites grade VARC sectional. That is not the point of consideration, because there I usually get more than 30. Only once I scored less than 30. In the last sectional I have scored 45 actually. So easy VRC sectionals are fine, but in the career launcher platform, sectional tests are kind of tough, and scoring more than 30 is also a good score comparatively, because whatever the analysis Jijo does, we can understand from there what is the expected percentile of a 30. So what I have done after analyzing all such things, after spending more than 2 hours or something, I wanted to attempt one more sectional. Like I wanted to see what is the slight change I can do in my strategy, so that am I still able to get the score which I used to get when I attempt the 3 RCs. It is a kind of it is a kind of rechecking, like am I still in the zone where I used to score more than 25 to 30 when I was attempting only 3 RCs, completely leaving out the 4th RC. I just made a slight adjustment in the strategy, and what I have done in the 5th sectional, I gave it today itself, so 2 sectionals I have given in the VRC. What I have done was, again same, first 2 minutes I tried to go through all the questions, RCs and VA types, whatsoever it is, and I tried to understand that 20 minutes I will be spending on RC first of all. Okay, so in the 20 minutes, 2 RCs minimum I will be solving with my complete accuracy, like with my complete confidence with the accuracy. You're getting what I'm trying to say, right? So whatever 7 minutes of initial time I was giving for each and every RC, I tried to increase it to 9 minutes, let's suppose, or 8.5 minutes, something like that. So out of the 20 minutes, I don't need 20 minutes to do 2 RCs, 10 minutes तो नहीं चाहिए मुझे. फिर भी अगर हम एक सेफ साइड के लिए रख रहे हैं उसको ऐसा, so 2 RCs if I'm able to solve under 20 minutes, obviously 3rd RC at least I can go through it. Okay, this is what happened in the 2nd section which I gave. I can go through the 3rd RC and I don't need to attempt all the 4 questions of the 3rd RC. Like whatever questions I am confident with and what are the something like global question or something like that, I can answer them easily. I don't need to go for the logical questions or the critical questions. This is what I have planned, and it worked for me in the 2nd test. So I have attempted 2 RCs initially, and from the 1st RC I got 2 correct, then from the 2nd RC I got 3 correct, and after that it's like 38 minus, let's suppose 20, it's like 18 minutes left for me. In the 18 minutes I spent around 8 to 10 minutes on the VA part. Okay, and I was able to solve 1, 2, 3, 5 questions, and out of the 5 questions 4 were correct, 1 was incorrect. Okay, after the VA part is done, I'm still left with 7 to 8 minutes. Now this is the biggest plus for me. Why? Because whatever questions I had attempted in the first, there 20 and this 18, let's suppose in the first half an hour, I was able to get majority of my marks from there. Okay, so last 8 minutes what I have done, out of the left out 2 RCs, RC number 3 and RC number 4, I thought okay, RC number 3 is more easy for me. Obviously I'll take only 4 to 5 minutes to go through the passage and understand. I studied the RC completely, and in the left out time 2 to 3 minutes, I tried to attempt only 2 questions of the 3rd RC, which I am very confident enough, obviously, because that much of time is fine for me. If I am getting less than a minute to attempt a question of an RC, it is tough for me, but this is fine. So I was able to solve 2 questions correct from the 3rd RC at the end. Again, you might say that Harsha, like you are missing on the 4th RC now, but if you understand, like even if I'm trying to attempt all the 4 RCs in a situation where the paper is so tough that each and every RC is so lengthy and it is hard to comprehend, and even the 4 questions, let's suppose all the 4 questions are lengthy, like to go through the options itself you are taking more than 40 seconds, let's suppose, with the question and all the 4 options, then we can't answer it in 10 to 20 seconds, at least I can't answer it. So I can't take that risk of attempting exactly all the 4 attempts, like giving all the 4 attempts. It's not possible for me, at least for now, but still I'll definitely try to practice it. But this is the slight change which I made in my strategy today. So overall speaking, you can see like I have scored 30 today in the second VARC section, and telling you that this is my highest. 30 is my highest on the career launcher platform, and I consider it myself as an achievement, because CL tests are tough, as I said before. So 30 I have scored, 19 marks I have scored from the RC part. I have scored 11 marks from the VA part. This is it, and my accuracy is also more than 75% in the second VRC test. I know the video has got so lengthy, but I just shared it so that if at all, if it is useful for any other, it's definitely good, right? So that's it for today. Sorry for the rant, definitely. See you tomorrow again. If you want, you can connect with me on my social media handles. The description link will be in the description. So see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye guys, take care.